When you go back historically, hotels would be 80 to 90% full during Stampede, and 50 to 60% of that came from international visitors.
Time for American tourists to take off these hats. From the 1st of July, Alberta is all set to reopen for the summer, yet due to the current restrictions in place, Americans will not be able to attend the Calgary Stampede or visit Alberta.
At some point in July, begin receiving folks who have been double dosed, fully vaccinated, as long as they also do a PCR test, and we will work with the federal government to accelerate that. But in terms of the Stampede, they're not expecting many out-of-province visitors this year. I think their projection is that 90% of the visitors to Stampede will be Albertans.
In a statement to City News, the Stampede officials say, our planning has been done with the understanding that international guests would most likely not be attending this year's Stampede, which traditionally amounts for 12 to 15% of our attendance. So today's announcement really has no impact. Yet the Calgary Hotel Association say they will lose business, something they're not prepared for.
20 hotels in the city send letters to Premier Kenney asking for his voice on reopening of the border. So we're disappointed to hear about the border staying closed, and potentially we won't have international visitors now for some time. We don't have corporate travel. We don't have meetings and conventions. So further support to motivate folks to travel within the province is going to be a need for many months.
And Calgary is not the only region hit by lack of international tourists this summer. In a statement to City News, Banff and Lake Louise Tourism Association say, we are counting on the return of international visitors for a full recovery of the economy in our community. We need a plan from the federal government as to when and how borders will open up to U.S. and international visitors, which are typically a significant portion of our visitor makeup in the summer. That said, we are currently focused on the domestic market and are looking forward to welcoming Canadians this summer. Some economists say there is always a way to boost tourism, and with Alberta reopening soon, the government needs to step up for the tourism industry.
They're going back to full business as usual in the next little while here. So the fact is then that conceptually, you can replace those lost American tourists during Stampede with Canadian tourists. So it's possible that you can put on something that's reasonably safe without it causing an economic disaster for the Stampede. It's just a matter of thinking creatively right now and reaching out to the rest of Canada.
In Calgary, Henna Saeed, City News.